You started streaming 9 minutes ago,
I did do that, yeah.
and I can be heard, so this seems to be working.
Yay. Hooray.
All right.
You are possibly the tiniest bit quiet, but I can probably fix that on my end.
Tiny's a bit quiet. Is that solved by me just being right here?
Actually, I mean, yeah, that actually does solve it completely.
It was probably just my distance from the mic. I have to kind of
You,
lean in a little bit.
you monstrous monster of a man.
I'm playing like the way that people take pictures of people playing games, where they're like leaned forward, looking
You, you
up into
could
the.
you could potentially split the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Greetings. Things are about to get real ashen up in here.
Unless I'm that far behind, looks like you're still on the main screen.
No, that's where I'm at.
Main screen, turn on.
I was just preparing a tweet, telling people we're doing things. Now the people know. Anybody just tuning in? Yes, it does say that we've been streaming for 9-ish minutes. No, you have not missed much. We've just been fiddling with some technical doings, as one does. Good morning, everyone.
Is want to happen.
It is want, even though I know want. So we had a little bit of a gap because Lucio did an episode of the podcast, which was delightful. And, life's busy. Let's see, last time we did the Ashes of Ariandel.
This is correct.
Is the next thing we're doing the Ringed City? Is it time?
The next thing we're doing is the Ringed City.
Yeah. Okay, and I mean, you predicted early in the proceedings, maybe right away, that the Ringed City is going to be multiple sessions, because the technical term is, I believe, a humdinger of an area.
Mm-hmm. And how?
So I have a question. Like, I've mentioned before that I really don't remember the Ringed City very well, like in terms of its lore implications, the kind of stuff that bothered Adam in terms of, like, I remember some of the layouts and some of the enemies. I remember one boss pretty vividly. That might be because it's arguably a retread of a boss from Demon Souls, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Something else I don't remember at all is, how do I get there?
So I think when we ended our last session, we started it. So if you just travel, you'll have the Dread Sheep on your menu.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yes.
There's actually 2 ways to get there. The first is when you beat the Ashes of Ariandel, there's an altar, I guess, with a. I'm trying to remember if it's a person peeling away to a snake man, or a snake man peeling away to a person.
Some manner of snurson.
Yeah, exactly. And if you interact with it, it brings you here. The other way was to go to the Kiln of the First Flame, and then there's a second bonfire that will bring you here.
That is what I was remembering, I think, because I was talking to an NPC, I think here, not there, and I think I was remembering, because they look very similar, the two areas. That's not an accident, I don't think. I was talking to this local. I am a strange little lad. What on earth do I see in her? Her? I think her.
Yes.
Yes, I understand. What does she sell? All sorts of weird little rusted coins.
I guess I'll use this actually for fun. The Split Leaf Greatsword.
Wah. Keep your marbles intact, love, at least until I lose mine. I mean, that's good advice. All right, so things are ashier.
There's a lot of what do you call it? Dev messages in this area, which I find amusing, because you're basically having to break your impulse to like never go off heights, like fall from somewhere high. So there's like tons of signs that say "Make the plunge, you won't die."
Number of dev messages is interesting in and of itself, since this is, or was at the time, at the very least, like there was an explicit possibility, unto promise, that this was the last Dark Souls area, like proper Dark Souls that anybody was ever going to work on. Maybe.
Yeah.
Does that end up being true? I don't know. And neither do you, dear listener, unless Hidetaka Miyazaki has tuned in which case, welcome. You might know. You actually might not, though, is the thing. I believe...
on YouTube, anyway, it says one watching.
Okay.
There we go.
There's somebody watching on Twitch. It may or may not be Hidetaka Miyazaki. And I can't stress enough, if that's you, you're very welcome here. If that's not you, you're also very welcome here. That's important to mention. But I think Miyazaki has said...
You are not a sorcery build, right? Or maybe you have a touch of the sorcery?
I have like the bare minimum in order to buff my sword.
Okay, because one of my favorite sorcery weapons, or I should say int scaling weapons, is up here.
Is that the aquamarine dagger?
Love that thing.
Gotta mess with that, maybe.
So
I have really stuck with my loadout here. Partly just because I've been practicing running the stream, so it's given me less things to think about while we get used to this.
Right.
But I haven't respect. I've hardly even changed weapons. I think, in fact, since I was able to use my dual katanas, I haven't changed weapons or my dual blades. My Daito Shoto setup. Oh no, I'm plunging. Oh no, it's so dramatic. Okay, here we go.
That did scare me the first time, though.
I think I remember that. I think we did that together.
I mean, we've done most of this game together.
Yeah. And your first time here almost certainly would have been with me, because this, again, like until this game, you were not a Souls devotee.
Exactly. Yeah. This game definitely changed my mind on that.
Salud. So these guys are...
I apologize in advance for the quality of my voice and sinuses. As I already told Drew, I was up pretty late.
It's also just a sneezy season.
Yeah, well, and we got fires going in California. I don't know how much that's impacted my allergies, but
yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes everything worse. Ooh, oh, that was a large dregman.
You got humanitied.
Classic prank.
Yep.
So yeah, so obviously in the visual language of these games, we're getting attacked by things that are humanity, that are maybe specifically
Lilo.
Oh, that's right. When you fall off sometimes, like in the text, you're falling into a big soft pile of ash. That's why you're okay.
Yeah. I mean, usually in this area, you are. Oh.
Ooh. Wow. So this is an angel, right? Like a Lothric angel. Did we really figure out what the deal is with the angels when we were talking last time? I know we talked about finding out, but I don't know if we found out.
There he is.
Hey, friend.
We're getting right into it.
Your intentions are now clear. I always find it interesting when someone's a mad phantom, but he's iggying pretty hard.
This area is pretty bad. Like where he's iggying is there's two Lothric Knights. The giant thief thing seems to be inconsistent for us, but if you use it right now, I would find it very hilarious.
Yeah, man.
I can see him do it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, they're fighting him. No. We'll just block his way. Because he's either going to come here or run forward.
I was just trying to get the shot.
Okay, they may fight us. Let's see.
Oh, there he is.
I can't. Oh, yep. Come this way. Because he's either got to deal with them or us. I mean, this is going to be interesting.
Bad day for him.
What I can't remember is how the seed of a giant tree works.
As in, like, does it wear off?
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
These guys do suck, by the way. They're very strong.
I remember them being a bit sucky.
Lore-wise, they're like I don't even know, like this, like a different version, I guess, of the red-eyed knights.
Ooh,
Like
ooh, ooh. Yeah, they
you can see
look.
they're like they have vines growing on them, which seems to be like some kind of primordial thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
got caught on a corner. If we could catch him, that would sure be
Yeah,
golly
I
keen.
mean, but
But
let's
oh
just
well.
get these guys because we got to deal with them.
So they kind of look like Oscar from Dark Souls 1, or like, box art San from most of the Dark Souls games.
All right. You just get. Oh,
Oh, I was
I think I can cancel this. Okay,
foolish of me. Well done. Well done.
I do need some assist, though. All right, so now we just got to deal with Iggy McIggington over here. Hello, Iggy McIggington. He's
Bro,
gonna
still,
Iggy again.
even now at this late hour, I
Yeah.
can use another seed. So I guess it does wear
It's
off.
really up to you. Let's get the... Ow, stop. Let's get the thing right here. Then I can also get the angel. Ow, stop. Ow, stop it.
Where'd you go?
What's
You
your
went
problem?
you went down the hill?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he backstabbed me.
You jerk. You
But if you
jiggity.
kill that thing, it takes care of the angel.
Okay. You're not as visible as I would wish.
Now I will watch your duel. And be 5 seconds behind.
Oh, when I killed the thing that desummons the angel, it also desummoned the Mad Phantom.
Oh.
Or Iggy intentionally returned to their Iggy world. That's also possible. Or do Mad Phantoms desummon when they've killed just someone? Because that's their actual mission. Like, it doesn't have to be the world master.
I saw the message pop up briefly, but I missed it, so I'm not sure. If you wait where you are, I can come to you.
Okay.
Should be able to. I mean, this area is a motherfucker sometimes. But...
Sometimes it definitely be like that.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I don't remember how Mad Phantoms work because they have like a whole separate set of like parameters and goals.
Yeah. We've said a few times Mad Phantoms can help you or harm you. It's kind of up to them. I don't remember what the I don't know how the game decides they're done helping you. But I think the way it decides they're done hurting you is just if they kill a player.
Right.
That angel sure is still doing angel stuff.
Wait, really?
Yeah, man.
Did you not kill the thing?
I killed the thing.
That's what? Wait a second. That is absolutely a weird glitch then.
Just lucky us.
I guess I will put my sign right where the angel was, since you're kind of there.
Where the angel was. Where the angel
I mean,
thing.
where it's not the little, yeah.
The angel nubbin.
Yeah, that's really bizarre. I mean, when you kill the...
No, I vaguely recall that is what's supposed to happen, but I'm
that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
it didn't happen in this case. Hello, angel.
I don't even have an explanation for that.
I don't know what I expected. Actually, I do. What is up the hill? Because we booked it straight down the hill.
Well, there are... I mean, I did it because I was going to... Okay, so now I'm not seeing an angel.
I mean, I'm seeing an angel shoot at me, like, currently. You're not seeing that?
No, I'm wondering what happens. Let it hit you, maybe? I don't...
It's current on my screen. It is currently shooting you, and you're just like impervious, like an anime badass.
That's what I'm saying. If you do the same thing, I wonder what would happen.
I'm assuming it would hit me. No, actually, you're right. Oh no, it hurts me. It definitely hurts me.
Yeah, I just saw you take damage from nothing. So
yeah, we're in a weird glitchy state.
So what's up the hill is just items.
Okay,
I mean, remember anything you would use?
We can be efficient. I mean, I was just talking about how I've basically been using the same items since.
Oh, one thing we do want to do though is let's go this way. You may want to talk to Lap. I don't know if because he kind of ties back into this whole cyclical thing we're doing with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
God, it's so fun. I don't know why that angel's still there. I wonder if when you rezone, if it'll just be gone, because the game will check to see if.
I would think so. It's gonna make this part interesting, though.
Fantastic.
I think you're safe.
I can't remember my real name, so let's just go with that. I have a feeling we're going to make a fabulous team. Oh, you'll see.
So this is like very self-consciously the kind of conversation you'd usually have at the beginning of one of these games.
Tell you,
Yeah.
yes. I try to play it off, but I have
Yeah, kind of as you said in one episode, the cast of characters in this game is a lot more.
a blessed name.
My video game terminology is really bad, so I'm gonna have to just make up. Like the cast of characters in this particular installment are very
Dark soul at the dawn
like
of
RPG party-ish. Like everyone feels
Mm.
kind of like significant in the way they tie back to you into Firelink's Shrine.
Right, right.
And as you say, like this conversation you're having right now is very reminiscent of like meeting
so if I complete
someone along the way, like Solaire, or in
I say,
Dark Souls 2, like Lucatiel of
Mhm.
Mira, where it's like someone who's kind of on their own thing and they're sort of forlornly
Right.
just kind of checking in with you. I think the closest you get to that in this one is the guy, the former what's his name? The former Undead Legion dude.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Ooh.
darn. I fell.
Goldern.
So you are not committed to this way, but I am, so I can run around and meet you.
I mean, if you're alive, I can just come where you are.
This is an area. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
but you're there. I can
Okay.
survive this fall, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wait. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Let me figure out which weapon's good here.
Okay.
My thought is you're faster, so why don't you deal with the guys on the ground, and I'll deal with the Lothric Knight.
Okay.
This is gonna get real swanky real quick.
I will drank Stimsklounsk. Since you say things are about to get froggy. Ooh, whoa, hello, Dreg. Just gonna pop a little sip of Estus here.
Yeah, same. Yeah, he's buffing them. there's guys crawling on the ground. All right, night is done with.
Caster's
Now it's
dead.
time to poke the boys.
That wasn't so. Oop. Why do I say the thing?
Oh gosh. Here's another one. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't done yet.
I didn't figure.
Oof, that is a big sword there, brother.
Oh, hey. Hey, oh, no, go. Yeah, so this is like way back to the beginning. Red Eye Knight, like.
Wow. You got real poked there.
That did happen. I got poked with extreme prejudice. But you know what? So did our friend.
Oof.
Hooray.
That was much rejoicing.
Yay.
This is actually where you get one of the weapons I started with, the Lothric.
Oh, the
banner,
War Banner. Yeah.
which I haven't really used a lot. I don't know what my chunk game is right now.
Yeah, here's one of those messages you were talking about. One of those take the plunge, you won't die kind of things. And there's a phantom pointing down. So it's like, this is a weird Dark Souls 3E thing, I think. If Adam were here, he would say, if you have to do that, then why design it this way? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, well, I mean, it's just I get it in a way because like this is just this level has way more verticality, It is almost like a gimmick of the area, and knowing the way From works, that could be because they were already prototyping stuff for Sekiro, which is in general much more vertical than the other games. Because
Oh,
you have,
yeah.
but that's because in Sekiro you have a gosh darn grappling hook, which here you do not have. So you end up with these kind of weird. It's the sense in which Dark Souls 3 is like a lungfish. It's like it is everything. It's a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So for this one, yeah, that's always the question, right? It's like where do the design choices kind of intersect with like what you're seeing? It's like why like the I guess maybe the she usually shoots those guys.
We're having a strange run.
Oh, we didn't. Sorry, I'm kind of a little all over the place, but we didn't say it earlier. But I kind of love how there's these really crazy looking, almost like demonic things that summon the angels, and how the angels themselves are like really horrific looking.
Yeah.
But how that gets like interpreted as like the sort of holy Lothric knights worship the angels, especially the winged knights. And it's just that classic Dark Souls thing of like, and historic thing of like, were the angels good? Or
Yeah, I
did
was gonna say like there's
like
yeah. One of my favorite you've seen that meme format where it's like the very muscular dog and then just like the little like weepy dog.
yes,
So for for those who don't know the format, like it could be something like a plant outside is the muscular dog, and it's like yes, concrete growing through that, no problem. And then a plant inside, oh, not enough sunlight, whatever. So like the one in question is angels in popular media, and it's like I'm a baby head with wings, and then angels in the Bible, and it's like it's the muscular dog but with with eyes all over it, and like a flaming sword. Like I mean that is sort of angels are scary in the original
the
texts.
canon.
I feel like Jews know this more in general, just because like it is sort of like part of the regular old religious instruction.
I mean, look, man, the angels rain fire. Okay,
True. But I guess it's like I mean like they're this isn't just me being like Jews read like this is like literally in the Catholic tradition there is a tradition of you not reading the Bible, right? Because you're too dumb for that. Someone has to do it for you.
yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
well, lots of reach on that. All right, so I think you can kill that thing.
Yeah, I got it.
And then the thing to do afterwards would be to take care of the angel, which I'm gonna have a heck of a time explaining to you with the 5-second delay. But
Gonna kill hundreds of mushrooms real quick here. Oh right, angels. Oh, that's right, the angels. I'll just grab this. Not even an item I needed.
well, there's a Titanite slab over there, but you would have to kill another of those Herald Knights.
Maybe later. Oh, yeah, there it is. And there he is. I think I'll do this when you're back. I mean, I could just warp back to the bonfire if we want to maximize playtime together.
I'm working my way to you, but what I was gonna, I mean, that area once you take care of the angel is pretty friendly. What I was gonna say is, if you go up the tree roots, you're gonna want to kind of just hang to the left as you go. Like you'll see as you go up.
Oh boy.
Sorry, in my world, I apparently missed something. I didn't realize this was still something I could do.
I am getting hit more than I wanted to get hit. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I was still poisoned. I was like, why did I take...
Oh, you're dead, dead?
I am dead.
Oh, okay.
Dead baby dead.
Oh, yep, there you go. You did.
I am dead as a doornail. Hey, I'm back. It's good to be back. Let me use one of these here.
All right, so I went off on an aside to discuss the angels.
Yeah, what is an angel to Lothric? You know what I mean? Like, we immediately went off on a tangent about angels in the Bible and how they're weird and scary, yeah, and fascinating and fierce and all of those things. Is this just that? You know, it's like angels without the bullshit, or is there something more specific happening to what like angelic power means in Lothric?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an answer, as you know, you're not really supposed to have a concrete answer as far as Dark Souls. But yeah, like I said, I always interpreted it as just like, yeah, like you said, kind of that thing about, you know, what is an angel and how long has how long has it been since, you know, people actually interacted with them? So like, what is the reality versus the mythology of it? And in this case, it's like, yes, they are powerful and they are what is the word? Wow. Like they sort of have like guardian like behavior, right? Like they're kind of protecting
Right.
but they're not necessarily invested in protecting, you know, you, as it were. So
Yeah. One, and even in the most sort of like soft, you know, Baroque Sunday school precious moments version of an angel, like any of the above, what are their like key features? Like humanoid but not human, wings. The rest is somewhat up for grabs, you know. But like that humanoid but not human thing, I think is important. You know, they look kind of like us, but they're not us. They're something else. That is itself something that has the potential to be kind of spooky. I mean, it's like literally uncanny, right? Like it's a humanish thing that isn't human.
right.
This is the Semiotics of Angels with Drew and Lucio. Spend your Saturday morning thinking about how angels are weird.
And the other thing I was gonna, okay, so yeah, getting back to the other point that I kind of went off to talk about the angels with was, so yeah, this area and its mechanics are, I guess it toes the line for me as far as like, you know, I don't really feel like it's, I don't know, as you say, like if Adam were here, we talk about why design it that way. To me, it's reminiscent of the first game. You're talking about how this is one of the more vertical games like Sekiro, but Dark Souls 1 was pretty vertical. You have to go up to get the you know, the first tower, a bell tower, and then you have to go down to ring the second bell.
That's a good point.
You're proceeding downward towards the kiln of the first flame. And that's kind of what this sort of reminds me of. Is like that. It's like, you know, a much longer version. This is like the, what is it? You know, from the 80s. This is the 12-inch version of that walk to the kiln.
That's a really good point. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is in some ways the most vertical, except with the possible exception of one DLC area in Dark Souls 2 that we haven't gotten to yet. Most vertical, like we maybe want to make a distinction between vertical on like a micro level, like an individual move will take you up or down, like in Sekiro, because again you have a grappling hook and all. Versus on a macro level, like Dark Souls 1, where, as you say, like areas are stacked on top of each other on the world map. I got my blob, by the way. Excuse me a moment while I kiss my wife. I love you.
We don't need to fight this guy, but he is attacking me while I wait for you.
Didn't know we were going this way. I thought we were going up the tree. I'm
no,
coming.
I mean, we are, but we're trying to avoid, you know, lasers.
I mean, yeah, I did get lasers.
Angel lasers.
Like you do.
Fortunately, I seem to be drawing all of the higher.
I'm following you. Oh, I got lasered, but only a little.
Roll a lot, because you won't not get hit by running. They're not that slow.
Okay.
Are you poisoned, by the way?
I am not poisoned.
Okay. Then I will use this. Alright, so now, this is what I kind of meant by hanging left. So we're going to go up.
Oh, I was on the wrong dang tree branch. I see. I remember this now. Yeah.
So you just keep falling. Oh, and then in
so
fact,
this, to your point,
so you want to cross this house.
Come to think of it, this is a reference to one of the more vertical, you know, micro level, vertical, and also like macro level connecting areas in Dark Souls 1. This is like if you built a town in the Great Hollow, kinda.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the Great Hollow is, like we don't. Okay, so we didn't really get a chance to look at this guy, but we're safe from the we're safe from the Angel Blast from here. So this guy is connected to the Angels. He's chained. I don't really know what he's reminiscent of.
Well, I mean, like the base of him is kind of like the pilgrims. They've got the kind of like supplicant posture and the chains coming out and the shell.
Oh, you're right. I can see it now. I never noticed that.
So
So what is growing out of them? That's the fascinating.
I mean, like, is this what they're trying to do, right? Like, is this the best outcome for a pilgrim?
God, I love this game. I never even noticed that because I was so focused on the moving parts.
Well, understandably, the moving parts are creepy and can even hurt you a little.
This is totally like the end game of the pilgrim, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I know it's like a pupil stage.
And the pilgrims are associated with Londor, as we've discussed, the Hollows of Londor specifically. So, like, what is this thing? Is this
that theme of like nascent versions of humanity that don't quite exist yet, but could? Like that. This is very. I mean, this is like a man pupa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeesh.
And they can summon that angel over there, which we can look now because I don't think it sees us.
Yeah, so that ties into the idea of like humanity recovering its destiny or like its lost power. Not even its destiny, like its origin point, right? That that kind of juicy idea we've talked about in Dark Souls 2 that like humans weren't originally mortal. You know what I mean? That there was a fall, and what that fall was Gwyn making us transient in some way. So like humans made eternal again are going to be weird or unrecognizable in some way, but that may be more authentically what we are, is like a theme that I think, the games start to play with.
Yeah, the other thing I'm noticing is the silhouette of its body, the top part. So we start with the pilgrim, and then this thing growing out of it is, you mentioned pupa, and it's making me think this thing kind of, its shape is reminiscent of, we'll run into them later, the locust men.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
The way they have this sort of like thorax thing going on at the bottom of the waist, and the way that the arms kind of curve up in that almost insect-like way.
Is there also maybe like a visual parallel to Aldrich though? Because like, but no, because like I think of Aldrich as being like a face sticking out of things, but that's of course not his face. That's Gwendolyn's face. Aldrich is more just like a big leech. All right. Thank you for.
And then, the angel fades, if we look. So, are they tangible? Or are they a manifestation?
Right. That's the question, right? Are these things... Like they're clearly tethering the angels to, like, this reality in some way or other?
Well, and you mentioned Aldrich. Aldrich got the power of Priscilla by dreaming of her. I mean, are the pupa thingies dreaming? Or are they
right? Which, like, I mean, that notion, right? And this is not my shared universe hypothesis, but that idea of creating worlds by dreaming is a Bloodborne thing. Like that is one of the most important ideas in Bloodborne. Is like different people's nightmares create, realities which themselves can then contain depths of reality. But that's like a fundamental building block of that universe. So it's like blood, just to kind of drop that into the Dark Souls mythos, complicates things in a way that, to Adam's point, the game doesn't spend too much time fleshing out. But to our point, I think I'm okay with that.
This NPC rocks me pretty hard. We want to deal with the thralls first.
Yeah, of course. Oh boy, that's some fire coming at my face.
Yeah.
Just gonna see if I can pop over here and just.
I don't know if it's just the build they gave her, but she's ridiculous. Like, she's really strong.
So she is basically a desert sorceress from Dark Souls 2, yeah?
Yes, she absolutely is. I will jump in, but I kind of want to just watch you fight her so you can get a sense of like how ridiculous they made this NPC interaction. Although you're doing really well, so maybe I'm just bad at the game, or at least this particular build specifically.
Ooh, she does hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh boy.
Oh. Huh.
I think she survived the fall.
I mean, I don't know if she can get back up here, but we don't. I mean, I don't think she has anything you need.
Is this Shadow of Mordor? Is she going to come back but have a scar?
I'm so used to NPCs dying when you knock them off. Okay,
Yeah.
so now the first angel again. We're gonna have to move around here.
Oh, that's right.
Oh god.
Should have topped off before we did this, but a little late for that nonsense now.
Well, this is a safe spot where I.
Oh, okay, cool. Glug-a-lug.
Yeah, everything's converging. She's the only desert sorceress in this game. To Adam's point, I don't know if that's really more of just like a little fan servicey callback, or if there's like it's a cool little interaction. But yeah, I've never been able to glean myself if there was any particular
Yeah, like what would that
purpose to that.
mean? I mean, I guess, you know, again, if we're just talking about like body
Visually, it's
shapes.
fun because there's always been that sort of like Dom energy to the desert sorceress, and she's got two Thrall following her.
Right, totally. She's got the whip and all that. Yeah, I mean, but you know, like if we're supposed to be thinking about Earthen Peak, I mean, I guess there's a bunch of poison on the ground.
That's true. Yeah, and the poison swamps are associated with the Witch of Izalith and her daughters.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, yeah. So like, if there is like, in terms of something you can just like jive with, there are like if worlds are converging, it makes sense that those concepts and those people would converge together.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, if you're just illustrating the point that kind of like everything from, you know, the shared history of Dark Souls specifically, not the Soulsborne Demon Kiro universe.
Yeah.
It's all kind of converging here, and it's. I will say the one thing that's kind of maybe, I don't know. It depends on, I guess, how you feel about Dark Souls 2. But I would say is a little neat is that Dark Souls 2 felt initially like it was strongly disavowed in terms of the chronology, but here at the end of the world, as it were, I do like that it's making kind of exceptions for that idea. Like, well, I mean, but is it is it not just time that's convoluted here? Is it like we were talking about with the pilgrim pupas? Like, is it interdimensional convergence? Like I mean, the desert pyromancer probably doesn't know anything about the world of sorry, I'm getting all of the term. There's New Londo, Londor, and
New Londo is the flooded place.
What is the world of the first game?
Lordran.
Lordran, that's right.
Yeah.
I feel like they just took some English letters and rearranged them every time.
Well, Lordran to me almost played like a joke the first time I heard it, because like it's partly just like the very lovely but probably without much context performance that the narrator gives at the beginning of Dark Souls 1, where she does sort of sell that she's almost making this shit up as she goes along. Because she the way she delivers the line is like, the land of ancient lords, Lordran.
I mean, I don't know how much we want to get into like, excuse me. Pardon me.
You got some good echo on that one.
Linguistic conjecture, but Lord and then Ran.
Yeah.
Japanese word for war, and the Great War and many wars that happened.
Wars of Lords, no less. Yeah,
exactly.
Here's Lap.
I was gonna say there's Lap, and I think there's over here. What's his name? Gale.
Knowing my luck, maybe not, but well, I guess Gale you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Put a pin in that.
But if you already summoned Lap, then Gale might be gone, because I think you can only have 3 in a session.
Unless we use the dried finger.
Oh, that's right. But did you summon Lap?
I didn't. Is
but
one?
I'd say it's up to you. Yeah, I'd say it's up to you. I don't remember who is more useful in this fight.
Sure. Did I get the dried finger? Maybe I never bothered.
I want to say I didn't buy it either. Yeah, I don't think I have.
For those who are here for our sparkling personalities, the dried finger is an item that lets you have more players in session. So that means more helpers, but also potentially more invaders.
Exactly.
I do not have the dried finger, so let's do this thing.
Alrighty. So are these the bosses that are the callback to Demon Souls? I'm assuming so because they are 2 demons, but
Uh, real talk, I don't remember
I
what we're
wish I
about to
could take
jump
a
into.
screenshot. You stepped up to the fog wall in such a perfect way that all I could see was a floating beard.
Oh, that's amazing. It's a good argument for recording your screen sometime. Okay, down we go. Whee! So is this a Demon Souls reference?
And we should mention that this is specifically a boss fight that Adam took issue with because these are 2 more demons, as opposed to the last demon that we fought way back when in the Fire Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we even managed to get the health bar to the right spot where Drew could see where he can't do anything at a certain point. He can only like
right.
kind of technically swipe at you because he has no power.
It's good footage actually. I looked at it again because like you can see it, but I also fell for it. Like I could have waited a lot longer, but I was like, yeah, you know. So these the design is definitely like not a total callback to Demon Souls. They're an amalgam, right? They almost have like wings like the bell gargoyles. The one has kind of like they both have kind of bat-like appendages, and that's kind of a new twist.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think so to sort of support. I mean, I love talking to Adam because he has such a unique perspective. I was going to say to kind of, not that I am like saying he's wrong. I was going to say to support and refute his kind of notion about these guys.
Argumentation is convoluted in Lothric.
Well, so thematically, I agree that like it would have been cooler if that was just the last demon. That was kind of last you saw. But then in terms of narrative, we're seeing the end of the world and time kind of conflate. And these guys, to me, you're talking about the design of them looking like bats almost. It's like, are they some kind of primordial demon? Most of the demons you encounter in the Dark Souls series don't have these same features, right? Like
right.
They look much more like what I don't even know what you'd call that aesthetic, but what we think of as like demonic, right? That sort of like
yeah, they look a little more like
weird,
Night on Bald Mountain.
Demon represent exactly, yeah. Like oh gosh, what was his name? He has a name.
Oh yeah, what is his name? Tell us in the chat, Fantasia fans.
It starts with oh my gosh. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not Baldur. No,
Baldur is something else entirely.
Yeah.
It's not Balthazar. That's one of the 3 kings that gives Jesus presents.
Oh my gosh. Balrog. He's the Balrog.
Balrog. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Demons, yeah, are a little
so
closer
yeah.
to the Balrog. This guy's almost like like a vampiric demon.
Yeah.
Like he has the wings on his back, but also those are clearly wings kind of like forming out of his arm.
Right. Well, I was going to say, the feeling of this fight to me is that you've found a missing link, like a weird, I mean, evolution is not an explicit notion, but like you would think of it as like an evolutionary dead end. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this is a whole kind of demon or a whole kind of being that.
Well, and his title is specific, right? So we have the demon in pain and the demon from below.
Mm-hmm.
And now...
yeah, so it's like...
the Demon Prince.
We have the... Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. So real talk, this fight is one of the things that I had no memory of at all. 0. When we jumped into this pit, we could have been fighting a boss from the previous games, or we could have been fighting Jeff Goldblum. I had no idea. Like,
yeah. So I mean, and again, the Demon Prince. So in the Dark Souls universe, royalty is usually associated with like the old world, right? Like in the world we occupy, or the lands that we've come to. There's not really royalty anymore. The closest you get is the twin princes who've abdicated their roles and are kind of like, I mean. The text pretty explicitly states like they are the end of their line.
Right. Throughout the Age of Fire, throughout the Age of Fire, humans are not really in the business of establishing new royal lineages for the most part, at least not in the kingdoms we explicitly get to see, right?
Yeah, so I was going to say so the fact that he's a prince kind of suggests something like he's from a long time ago, right?
Yeah. When also like the implications, like we're not even aware of of like demon hierarchy, too much.
Right. Yeah, and he's rotting, which is interesting to me. Like,
yeah, it's almost got that same implication of as when you meet the undead dragon in Dark Souls 1, and it's like, oh wait, dragons can be undead. That seems I got hit.
oh, you got yeah. This is gonna be 2 sessions for sure, or multiple sessions.
Yeah,
because the bosses in this game, in this section, I should say, are no laughing matter.
yeah.
I want to say I saw a meme once where it was like, it showed, so this DLC kind of shook up the rankings a little bit of the bosses. It shows the Nameless King, and it just says like, you know, hardest boss in Dark Souls 3, and then it shows at the bottom, you know, the I don't even know what show that's from, but the black fella, kind of you know, adorned in Midir aesthetic, and he says, "Am I a joke to you?" So you could ostensibly get the dried finger. I don't. So this is what you always got to weigh, right? Like the more people we have fighting him, then the more buffs he gets.
Is it buffs or is it health?
See, I thought they get a little stronger too, but I could be wrong. But it's definitely health. You're right.
You're right that they may hit hard. Do they hit hard? Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about. Yeah, that's what we're both saying we're not sure about.
But at any rate, I was gonna say, yeah, it might. I mean, more bodies. I guess you just gotta weigh what you feel like is gonna be more.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go by the finger real quick. It'll just, you know,
Cool.
This way we see the fight twice on stream, 2 different ways. So, or maybe more than 2. We'll find out.
I'm tempted to wake up Ben.
Oh yeah, right. That would actually be fun. Special guest star.
I don't know if he would have this game installed, but
He might not. He hasn't played in a bit. All right, I probably need some doggone souls. You just buy it from the lady in the chair, right?
yeah, she's got the dried finger for you.
Yeah,
Pop a soul, man.
I'm gonna do it.
That's what they're for.
Pop. Ah. Let's see. Here's my finger.
Give me that finger.
Yeah. I don't really use the black separation crystal. Let's put it on my belt loop here. Cool. Okay, so we were just saying Earthen Peak would be the area from Dark Souls 2 where the desert sorceresses hang out. This bonfire is called Within the Earthen Peak Ruins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, what are we supposed to take from that? I mean, one thing we're supposed to take from that is that Dark Souls 2 is canon, Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, like I said, I like the idea of a sort of like universal convergence. The game, to me, in terms of like addressing that, I mean, I don't know if that's the kind of thing that Adam would dislike or like. The game seems to be saying like, yeah, it's whatever you want.
Right. I mean, it's an approach that I like a lot in general. I mean, I've talked about Breath of the Wild in this context a fair bit. I wrote about this on the site a while ago, actually. That its approach to like, where are we on the Zelda timeline is very much, all of it is true. You know, especially the parts that contradict each other. Like,
yeah, like isn't Mabu Village like not even anywhere near a body of water?
Right. Well, and there are references to places from Link's Awakening, which you know, canonically is a dream. You know, so like things. Yeah, exactly. It just throws all that stuff away. With Dark Souls, the big question is like, are you violating some kind of agreement, some kind of contract you made with the player, because the player has to do all this like investigating, and you know, like searching out of lore. Is there something a little bit bullshit potentially about that. Well, whatever, it's all true thing. That's the question, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Um,
there I think I was just to finish the thought, right? Like I think the idea of Sherlock Holmesing it and there being a solution is interesting, but I do also think the
that was an
idea.
accident.
Okay, well, it's a favorable sign. I think the idea of an unfathomable mystery is also interesting. You know,
Yeah.
and I think Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 are examples of each of those two approaches. This is an exercise in trying to have the cake and eat it too, and it makes all the sense in the world to me that it works better for some people than others.
Yeah. And I mean, as we've said before, yeah, it mirrors real history in that regard too. Like, we have or I should say, we think we have a handle on, most of the Western world and its history, but like, no one was there, and it was written by dead white guys. So,
Well, also we fully acknowledge how much was lost when the Iron Age fell. You know,
right.
like history has not been a linear progression.
Whoa, am I dying?
Ooh, much as modernism likes to depict it as one, or
Exactly.
modernist traditions, I should say. Ooh, you don't have to live in like a clean mid-century house with butcher blocks and white walls to be a modernist in this sense, right?
Oh, that Dark Souls 2 tracking right there. Yep, I'm dead.
Well, there's the reference. So this isn't gonna go well.
I mean, you don't know that.
I don't. You're right.
Incidentally, I do have to use the potty.
I mean, good a time as any.
I will be right back.
Cool.
And I'll keep watching on my phone.
Did you know that you can watch a stream while you're in whatever room you're in? That's fun. Do that. Lucio keeps mentioning Adam, so while he's gone, I will issue a quick programming note, which is that Adam and I, sometime soon, schedule pending, check your local listings, are going to be streaming some Crusader Kings 3. Adam, as I think we mentioned, is a medievalist by trade. Big fan of the Crusader Kings 2 game. We played that one together, the smallest measurable amount. So we're looking forward to playing this new one together a whole bunch more. He obviously has tons of he has a ton of mechanical knowledge about those games that I don't, but also he's got a ton of domain knowledge about the period of history that is being simulated / fanficked in those games. So that should be fun, and in some ways very different from this. It'll be a lot more of me. Less of me just straight up failing at a gameplay system that I ostensibly understand pretty well, and a lot more of me actually like learning new gameplay systems. So if you've always wanted to, yeah, it didn't go well or last long. If you've always wanted to sort of get into the Crusader Kings games, but you found them impenetrable or inscrutable, or if strategy is not your genre, this should be a fun little gateway. Actually, just got a message from Ben, so I'm going to let him know what we're doing. Ben might be joining us. We'll see. We'll see. You don't know Ben, but you'd like Ben. And we might need all the help we can get for this last area. Oh, did I may have missed my blob, huh? Oh, well. Let's see here. How might we give ourselves some manner of advantage? Weapons already maxed. I mean, I didn't pick the best possible armor. I guess I could give myself some additional fire resist. That is definitely potentially helpful. Let's see. HP full is not going to be my normal state of affairs for this fight. Backstabs. Yeah, I might not have anything especially useful here. We haven't been, like, collecting rings very faithfully. Well, I really, the cat ring is probably a waste of a ring at this particular juncture, since we're falling into nice soft piles of ash. Receive double damage. I'll pass for the moment. We'll mess with the Tearstone ring. We're probably going to be on the edge a little bit. One other side note while we're waiting for Lucio is that the Tearstone ring sort of points to the most brokenest build from Demon Souls. We don't really have any answers as far as whether there will be balance changes in Demon Souls, whether it is like truly, strictly a visual, audio-visual upgrade, or whether there are gameplay changes. One of the issues with Demon Souls was that just sort of like objectively the best way to play was to pump all those buffs that happen when you have low health. Always leave yourself in a position where you can be one-shotted, but just do ridiculous damage all the time. Just hyper mode that thing. Which is a fun way to play, but I think, you know, when you get enough new game plus cycles deep, it becomes sort of the only way to play. Especially for someone like me who, like, I generally prefer to be a glass cannon in games. I would rather fail or succeed kind of quickly. The allure of it is very, very tempting. So all that to say, I wonder if stuff like that is going to get tweaked. I feel like those Blue Point remakes haven't really gotten into that area yet. Like, there's a huge amount of craft to what they do. This is not to disparage, you know, the Blue Point folks, but are they called Blue Point? Is that the remake studio? I think it is. By the way, Ben is coming. Ben is going to join us. So you're gonna get to meet a sleepy doctor. Yeah, but like, you know, messing around with mechanically complex stuff is not really, it has not so far been what they're known for. So it's going to be interesting to see them take on. We've said this before, you know, a game like Demon Souls, which could use a pass with that stuff. You know, it's primordial. I could try this again without Luce, but I feel like that's a little bit contrary to what we're here for. We haven't actually pointed out the sort of dark sign in the sky, the dark sign being the symbol of the undead curse. That motif, I remember, comes up a lot in the Ring City. I mean, that is, I mean, maybe the ring in question is the dark sign. But yeah, look for that as we're moving forward. You'll see it a whole bunch. Lucio will be back in 2 minutes, says he. I think maybe I will be away for just a moment as well. Just grab a fresh coffee.
this is the content you come for. Us just hanging out. Thanks for your patience while we get this all done and moving. So I think, as Drew already mentioned, we'll be joined by our buddy Ben, who has played most of these Souls games with us. Unlike us, he will not have a specific build in the vein of like something sort of roleplay-ish. He will have a character that is probably fully realized based on a previous playthrough that we did with him, which I want to say was a faith or sorcery build, but we're also in the midst of a Dark Souls 2 playthrough where he's going a little more heavily into pyromancy, so I couldn't say for sure. I don't think that'll disrupt our theme too much.
Oh, hi there.
Hello. This is the content they come for.
This is 10 hours of mindful meditation in Dark Souls 3.
Does Ben have the Discord, or is he going to be a voiceless participant?
I don't think he does, but he certainly could.
I think either way would be fun.
He just basically is a phantom. I would guess he's not super stoked to be to do public speaking when he's been awake for 3 minutes.
I mean, even if he was willing, he probably wouldn't end up talking anyway.
That's a fair point. Okay, we'll let that one go.
But I did tell him where to go, so I don't know if you're not seeing his sign, he might not be all.
I haven't looked. I've been thinking about my life.
Meditation.
That's Gale.
So yeah, getting back to our discussion, I don't know that we have a definitive answer on what these guys are, but they do seem to be some kind of primordial, as it were. And it would actually be consistent with the other boss that I mentioned, Midir, because Midir is also a sort of relic, as it were. And Midir occupies an interesting place in Dark Souls 3 as well, because he's sort of analogous to the Nameless King.
Right.
In that the Nameless King did not side with his royal family, and Midir's mission is almost it kind of echoes Artorias. Like Midir was there to I think protect Filianor and kind of keep the abyss at bay, and was kind of consumed by it. Now, why they decided to have a dragon fulfill that role, I don't know. I mean, that's to Adam's point, kind of, again, where are these sort of retreads / new ideas? Like, where does one end and one begin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I have an answer.
Yeah, we know that we know that the Gwyn's feelings on dragons were in some way complicated because we have Priscilla, at least one. Actually, we know more than one of his illegitimate children were with a dragon. So the idea of Gwyn being close to dragons, not exactly new, but the idea of one working for him, that is definitely contrary to what we know from the previous game.
And Yorshka is actually explicitly Gwyn's daughter, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, no, totally. Yorshka, my first thought was Priscilla, but they are both definitely Gwyn's daughters. So that's 2 dragon daughters, or 2 half-breed daughters, as the game calls them, distastefully but effectively. So I am not seeing Ben's sign.
Yeah, he said sign down.
No, sign down. You were just texting him directly. I'm not seeing him in our group chat, Sitch.
Yeah. He said sign down. I said password on. I'm Ron Burgundy.
It is a lovely, cool day here in Rhode Island. I'm craving like hot coffee for the first time in months. Make some of that for myself. We've been making this cold brew, so that's what I'm drinking right now.
I should make cold brew. I miss it.
Oh, I just heard something up here. No, it's lap.
I don't know where he would have put it. I mean, I would think he'd put it somewhere a little more conspicuous.
Is that, yeah, you would damn your clever riddles, Ben. I would like to get a run in with him. I mean, we in full candor, dear viewer, Ben is Ben's a doctor. Ben has very limited time, so if Ben's around, we may wrap this a little earlier than we otherwise would have to grab some.
Well, this will be multiple runs anyway. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, if this is what we're doing, then I'm super down. But you know, if we do have to wrap a little early to get in some Dark Souls 2 time with Ben, that's, please don't be insulted. It's just because he's doing an important job.
Did I tell him the wrong bonfire?
You may have done. I don't know. This is
which one is this?
The base of Earthen Peak, like the second one that references Earthen Peak.
Oh, I might have told him the wrong one.
How with your understandable mistakes, unacceptable, unacceptable.
All right. So what is the name of this one?
I mean, I can't rest at it right now. I guess I can.
Yeah, I'm dead.
It's called Within the Earthen Peak Ruins.
Within the Earthen Peak Ruins.
Yes.
No.
There's got to be like a Steamed Souls at some point, right? I've never seen one, but
I mean, we could Google it. I forgot to. I mean, it's a minor thing, but while you were gone, I mentioned that Ben will be playing a fully realized character, not a sort of lore-centric LARPing character. Or not LARPing, just RPG character.
yeah, there's very little LARPing going on right now. There is a Steamed Hams, but it's Dark Souls. There's also specifically a Steamed Hams, but it's Dark Souls 3.
Nice.
Check that out later.
My sign is down again.
I will look for it.
Ben will probably be moving.
Oh, you're in the love chat, which I like way better than live chat. Didn't notice you there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, not too many passersby today, but that's fine.
I saw one other person, I think.
Someday we'll do this on a schedule, and that'll help people to find us. We do get a decent number of views after the fact. That seems to be still how most people consume this.
Yeah.
But, I mean, decent number of views for us having virtually no YouTube presence, right?
Oh,
we're not doing numbers.
Was that Ben I just saw? I saw a little phantom. You can see the shadows. It was of a Dark Knight.
Yeah,
I don't remember his Dark Souls 3 build.
Me neither.
But he did respond.
Cool.
To whoops within the Earthen Peak Ruins with LOL. So I'm assuming he's moving.
Cool.
And thank you, non-existent viewer, for hanging in there with us.
Well, again, we're when we speak to the dear viewer, we're speaking partly to the future. We speak to future generations who will consume this in history class, I assume.
Yeah, it's all for posterity.
Yeah. I do think history will vindicate our Dark Souls 3 stream.
Yes. Since we're kind of playing this game with the theme of exploring all things Dark Souls, here's a random thing. So you've always had the option to use your shield as a weapon. Is that why do you think that was a mechanical choice? I've never done it. I've never seen anyone do it except for the memes. Like,
sure. Well, and like
is there a reason you can two-hand a shield? I mean, shields still have like the first thing listed is their physical stats. Like it's
they are weapons like under the hood. You know what I mean?
Look at this.
Yeah, no, it's really silly. You do see the memes, and you do see people when you play those mods where you get a random weapon and it has random properties. People end up using shields, and there are the dual great shield builds in Dark Souls 2 that are very silly. I think the reason is that sort of quasi roguelike mentality where
side down next to bonfire. But I don't know.
I don't see it, but we'll keep an eye. His password's on. He said.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye out. So there is this tradition in roguelikes where you give a kind of item shared properties, regardless of whether they make sense, so that is that him? Yeah, cool. Ben's coming. So like, anything that is a weapon can be true. So like the same way you can block with a sword, you can attack with a shield, right? Like they both
blocking with a sword makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, in a weird way.
I mean,
in a weird way, like you could.
Oh, Adam's here. Hey, Adam. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, I mean, like a shield bash is a thing, but I think my point is like I don't think the intended interpretation is that you're supposed to use shields as weapons. I think it's just anything that is something you can hold in your hands can block, can attack. Like they all, it lets you do lots of stuff that you arguably shouldn't do. Right? Like they have these shared consistent properties, and some of that might be nonsense, but a fair bit of it might create. How did Ben die?
Did he really just die?
He seems to have died.
Oh. Well, this will be a run. Classic Ben.
Ooh. Oh boy, it's just going gloriously. Oh, my life. My life. Oh. Oh, mercy.
This will be fine. There's 2 demons and 2 of us.
Yeah, no, that's true. 1-1. That's a fair fight. Gonna pop this Estus as best I can. Okay. They sure did get their session time with that chorus for these boss themes.
I know, I love it.
It is so maximal.
I mean, the MIDI is charming, but I would love to hear the Dark Souls 1 soundtrack, like
this
full chorus. Yeah.
Well, that again, like we may get that for Demon Souls, which is pretty cool.
I want to hear Gwyn's theme and just like a choral a cappella.
Ooh, someone must have done that. That must like I know.
But I want to hear professionals doing it who are getting paid.
Sure,
they're more invested in it. I mean, I guess that's debatable, right? Like, who's going to sound better, the passionate artist who's doing it for no money, or the people who want to really get it right because their job is on the line?
I mean, the answer is yes. Ooh. Oh, I was trying to check the chat. Why did I do that during a fight? Oh, don't do that, Drew. I am a bad streamer. Okay. Do you watch Cass Eris on YouTube?
I do not.
Jeez. I'm just completely healing and then getting hit for the amount I healed.
Dark Souls. That's classic Dark Souls.
Yep. So Caceres has a PhD in cognitive psych, and came to YouTube prominence doing a cog psych reading of Jordan Peterson, The 12 Rules for Life, which it's a delightful series. But she also just does other videos about perception, and I think like the cognition of vision is her area of expertise.
Oh,
and
I'm dead.
Ooh.
But my demon is almost dead too.
Well, now it's on me while I talk about cognitive psych, which I don't know that much about. Ooh, okay, I'm sure getting hit a lot. Got one of them. Got both of them. I've basically won the fight. The hard part's over.
His controller got stuck in the run position, I guess.
That's
which is perfectly appropriate. He's always had issues with controllers in Dark Souls.
Yeah, no, I mean the classic Ben disaster is to put the controller down on a table, have one of the trigger buttons get hit, and kill an important NPC unrecoverably. Okay, well that's me on fire and dead. I always forget that there's that little like magma burn at the end. I didn't do 1 damage to that demon prince. Adam was just saying he's going to be in and out, so he's not following closely, but he's happy to be here. We're happy to have you, Adam.
Always happy to have you, Adam.
Okay, let's try that again with fewer or at least different disasters.
I'm all for different.
Real talk, I have no memory of why I brought up Caceres.
She's psychology.
Yeah. There was something relevant to the notion of how we see things, because that's kind of what she knows about. Yeah, it's gone. It'll come back.
All right. If Ben has decided to join us, I sent him the link for the stream. He can put his sign down whenever. I don't know if you saw it already.
Adam points out he had that experience in Bloodborne of putting down the controller and thereby murdering an NPC.
Oh, no. It is Nori.
Nori. Let's do
Okay,
it.
this time he won't die.
No matter what, he'll still die.
So I can't, I mean, he can hear us, but we can't hear him. I want to say his build, he just buffed us with a miracle, but he's also using the Moonlight Greatsword. So.
Wow. Is it a high faith, high intelligence build? It
might be like a dark-ish build, like stats-wise. I can't remember.
Ooh, hey, friend. Whoa, geez. Oh, no.
No.
Wow. Okay. This time. I am a little squishy. Maybe that's not going to fly in the Ring City.
Standard reminder that we are not amazing at these games.
Nor are we experienced streamers, so there's just the odds are stacked against us. That's why you tune in, because you want to see an underdog succeed.
A mycochloranthy ring? I don't know. Be good to have some extra stamina.
Mm-hmm. To get it back quicker.
So I assume for most games, the PS4 controller design is fine, but it always bugged me because I played this game and Bloodborne a lot on the PS4 controller, how sensitive the trigger buttons are.
Yeah. Ostensibly, that's something. Ostensibly, what am I saying? Ostensibly. Ostensibly, that's something that's been fixed in the PS5 controller design, I guess. But
all right, you guys with your buffs, and I'm just over here.
You're a simple man. Down we go.
All right, this time just run away. Here we come.
Let's go. No, 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 no. Oh, ooh, forgot about that purple attack.
You're not doing what I told you to do.
I was. Until I wasn't. All right.
So I always feel like the poison demon is easier to deal with first, but
I mean,
see how
it's
this
not a
goes.
bad idea to divide their attention in any case.
Certainly.
I am just getting walloped.
Riggedy wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Ben and I are putting in work over here.
Yeah, you are. I will try to not allow your work to be in vain.
Please do. Yeah, broke your poise. Show me that face. All right, so getting a little back to it.
Yeah, man.
Pain and From Below, like, I don't... Is there a sense of duality in these games when it comes to, like, single entities, like, being formed of two parts?
Oh, I mean, for sure.
Is
Right?
that-
In Dark Souls 1 anyway, right? I mean, like, the whole idea of souls and humanity is a very dualist... There's a lot of ways to read it.
I guess I meant more, like, specifically with boss or enemy designs. Because, like... So these two components exist. Whichever one you kill first disappears, and then this one becomes the prince. So I don't know. I never kind of knew how to read into that.
Well, mechanically, it's Smo and Ornstein.
Right. That part I get mechanically, but from the lore perspective, and like we're talking about a primordial demon, demon in pain, demon from below, one being fire, one being poison. I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like no other demons in the game have that sort of poison association. I don't know if that's a reference to the fact that, you know, demons are born of chaos and there was the poison swamp, and
Nice.
I don't know. Sometimes a big part of this game is just noticing things and not necessarily knowing how to like put them together.
Yeah, well, I mean, and again, that's the thing, right? Like with your Bloodborne or your Dark Souls 1, your faith is sort of always rewarded, right? There's always an answer to the question you're asking. And here, I mean, like again, like we're in Earthen Peak, so the notion of this being where the poison comes from is sort of baked into the lore. Question, by the way, in terms of this being like Smo and Ornstein, does the moveset of the Demon Prince change based on who we kill first?
I don't think so.
Okay,
he
so
always
it's-
seems to be consistently like his own thing.
So it's not a total mechanical retread of Smo and Ornstein, which for those who
Right.
haven't played Dark Souls 1, you fight two big difficult guys, and which one you take down first determines, you know, whichever one is still left gets a buff for round 2 of the fight. This is different than that.
Yes. So much fire.
Some fire, I guess. Ooh, that's me getting hit. And
Ben is down.
no. I like when Ben is up.
Or just has a sliver of health, but... Oh, no,
He's dead. Jeez. I just took a fireball to my big dumb face.
Oh.
I'm alive. Not happy, but I'm alive. Oh, I jumped right into a punch. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, my timing was all bad for that.
Why am I like this?
Oh, fire. I don't think we're doing enough damage to break his posture yet.
That's the sitch, yeah.
We sure as heck are trying.
Oh, no.
I always wondered if the design was intentional to this. Like, one of the things about these games, including, I would say, Bloodborne and Sekiro, and I can't speak for Demon Souls, but I always found it interesting that with, like, large bosses, any boss, really, just, you know, it always behooves you to be closer rather than further away from them when dealing with them.
Yeah.
You need to get your rolls and your blocking down, but it's always safer to be rolling like I forget that sometimes. Like I just instinctually you want to roll away from an attack, right? But it's
Right.
actually always better to roll towards.
Yeah. That's, I mean, like, I think the connection to Monster Hunter with the combat of this game is very easy to overstate.
I broke his posture right
Oh.
when he did the thing.
Yeah, I'm dead. We got pretty far that time.
I mean, yeah, halfway.
Adam did say that he's reminded of offering someone his severest apologies, which I like. I feel like you and I were talking about that recently, Adam, and I mentioned the line from Moon that I like so much, where this one guy goes, "I thank you violently." Moon's good, by the way, for anybody who likes weird proto-indie games. Wrote about that on the site as well. It's a good video game, Brent.
Is there such a thing as a proto-indie game?
Well, yeah, I think this, because, like, they're kind of, like, indie wasn't really a thing in 1997. Like, I mean, arguably indie's been a thing for the entire history of video games, but, like, that word and that way of organizing a studio didn't quite exist. There was no way to exist without a publisher. Like, you know, they still had a publisher. They were just they were making a weird game. And it was like, it was sort of what would become the indie model, where a bunch of the people on the team had worked on big famous games. It's the same character designer as Super Mario RPG, for example.
So you're talking about functionally proto. I guess I was thinking, like, is there such a thing as like a thematically proto indie game?
Oh, I mean, it's sort of that too, because, like, it shares a lot of thematic preoccupations with indie games. You know, violence and affection and kindness and what can games even be about? Before those were, like, it was ahead of its time in some ways, right?
Okay. I guess I was taking the perspective slightly of our dear friend Jay and thinking more like, wouldn't it just be an indie game? I guess I was curious about the distinction that makes it proto.
Right. Well, Jay's objection to the term indie in most contexts is, like, a little bit different. Like, he's saying as soon as you're taking big publisher money, you're definitionally not indie anymore, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Oh boy. You definitely changed your tracking to me.
Which, yeah, so, like, the J definition, I mean, then Braid is not an indie game, and then it becomes bonkers very quickly, in my opinion, where
Right.
the word, which is already somewhat vague,
I
becomes
am dead.
What?
I ran when I should have rolled. I did not. Oh, you two went over there. Okay. I thought it was all three. I was like, surely it can't be targeting just me. And I was very, very incorrect. It's not good to watch you and Ben.
But yeah, like, the word indie is a little bit confused or confusing under the best of circumstances, but it becomes borderline useless if it becomes about, like it has to be about how the game is developed, not necessarily how it's funded or published. You know what I mean? Because, like, if someone's dad is a venture capitalist and they use the money to found a studio, and then the dad doesn't care after that, they're completely independent, does it matter where the money came from, right? But are they ever completely independent? That's actually kind of a weird question. It gets really complicated.
Well, I made the mistake of invoking Jay's name because my argument, or I didn't even need to say argument, but my I was honing in on the word proto, actually, not indie.
As in, why isn't it just an indie game?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant by Jay's thing. Like, like, at what point does it start being proto?
Well, again, when they market it, they call it an indie game in quotation marks, because I think from their point of view, like, it is recognizably indie today, but the sort of model of an indie studio didn't exist at the time, right? Like, that's
got it. Yeah.
Not really how they were operating, because kind of nobody was.
Sorry, I've been engrossed in your fight. I was like watching you.
It's here comes. All right, get ready for the.
And Ben is down.
Ben is very down.
So let's see. There's one target now for 2 demons. This should go well.
Oh, jeez. I was winding up my big cool move, and then goodbye. Yeah, I'm just pointing out that like there's always been shareware. There have always been, I mean, like the idea of small teams or even individual people making games, that's kind of cyclical, right? Technology starts to get really complicated and then it gets re-democratized and whatever. And yeah, shareware has absolutely always been a thing. But the indie studio, that's a more recent phenomenon.
Time to use my trusted halberd.
Like when I think of the archetypical indie studio, I guess I think about Supergiant games. You know, who made Bastion and Transistor and Pyre and Hades, where they have a house style.
Yes, I know Supergiant.
Well, no, I know you do, but someone listening might not.
That is a good point. The way you said it, they're like, you know. I thought you were talking to me.
No, I know.
Yes, I do know.
I'm not talking to you like you're an idiot.
You know the one.
We speak to the later generations, as previously established. Maybe these kids don't know from Supergiant, but no. But like they make a game, and then they build on that success, and they make another game, and their team gets bigger, but not big. You know, that's what we think of as like the indie story, and it's obviously actually not true for most people who make indie games, but it's it's a model that exists that didn't exist in the 90s.
Right. I just noticed, by the way, on the YouTube stream, you said a little Dark Souls 2 playthrough.
I did. I thought I fixed that. In fact, if you refresh the page, it might be fixed. But
why would I do that?
Sorry to anyone who tuned in expecting Dark Souls 2. Maybe another time.
This time, we won't lose.
Like the man said. Okay, controller. There you go.
Oh, jeez.
I swear, if you could bring me the head of whoever decided Bluetooth was the standard we were going to use as a people.
Who's behind Bluetooth? I feel like most... I don't know what you'd call it. Format wars, I guess. Bluetooth's a format, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a standard.
Yeah, standard. There you go. Like, who made Bluetooth? Is it? I feel like Sony, but this could be arbitrary because the Bluetooth symbol is blue.
I don't actually know. I should educate myself on this.
Okay, I'm actually just gonna fight this thing with a knife and see how this goes.
I mean, okay. When we do Dark Souls 2, Adam volunteers his tribute, by the way.
Nice. Ben is not healing. He's just sort of running away, so I'm not quite sure what's happening.
Freaking demons, man. Had to get away from that poison.
This is what my knife is for. Just for skating around like this.
Broke his poise. Stabbed him in the face.
Just sort of distracting this demon here.
There are very few bosses you can bloodborne as a verb in this game. As in break their poise.
I was assuming you mean like parry? Like,
well, yeah, you can't parry these guys, but you can, once you break their poise, you can do what you're currently doing, which is something you can do to basically every boss in Bloodborne.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
You can also parry them, to your point, which is maybe the more mechanically interesting part of it. But
I feel like he's going to explode or do something.
I don't think he explodes, does he?
No, he does that when he changes.
Well, yeah, sure, totally.
Ooh.
Live. I need you to live.
Poise through. All right. Anyone need some heals? Gather around, children.
Adam points out the Bluetooth is Danish and in origin, but
oh, I did not know that.
That reveals some, while also
Was
raising.
Ben just flexing? I just healed us. Why did he do that?
I think that's a buff. I don't think it's a heal.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. We're doing so well. We're just gonna heal twice. They were not doing that well.
That's not. Don't you want to not do that to me? Oh boy, he got me. That is hard to dodge.
There's fire. There's fire everywhere. Just all the fire. Get his face! Yeah, poise was the way to go for this fight. Oh, Lord! Sorry if I peeked there. That was a lot of fire.
Loud noise warning on this one. Do you follow the Twitter? I don't know if it's a bot or a person, but there's a Twitter account called Perfectly Cut Screams.
Yes, I love that's a subreddit as well, and I love it. Sometimes it's artificial, but the best ones are where the video actually ended at the screen.
Yeah, no, that is the best. Didn't know there was a subreddit. There are. I don't spend as much time on Reddit as a lot of citizens of this island internet.
Stop! Oh God.
I think I told you. I was recently shopping around for a new kitchen knife and was spending time on the subreddit Buy It for Life, which are these people who think when you buy something you should just buy a really nice one and then never even consider buying another one again. But then I realized there's an entire subreddit just for chef's knives.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it's just knife porn. It's just people have really nice ones and like, look at the patina on this, whatever. But it's also, there's some useful advice. There's also, as with anything that's like really enthusiast based, there's a whole lot of snobbery, right? Like that area between the point of diminishing returns and the absolute best one in existence. Like that's the distance people play in. For me, the whole point of learning about something is to actually find that point of diminishing returns. Like I don't actually have that much interest in owning, the nicest one.
No.
Oh, geez, Ben.
Give me your face. All right.
This is not impossible.
He said confidently.
I think I portrayed my level of confidence pretty accurately.
Double negatives. This guy fucks.
Oh boy. Oh, whew, he didn't not kill me. He didn't not kill me.
I have not posed enough of a threat yet to distract him, so I apologize.
That's
There
all
we
right.
go. Now
All
he
right,
wants
good.
me dead.
The weapon is buffed.
Oh, I am dead.
Oh, don't be dead. That's not how I want you.
Now we both get to watch you.
I am not loving
Got
my
this.
chances here. Okay, dodged that successfully. That's good. Got his face.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see people who bought. There's always these like analytic graphs for where people stop playing Dark Souls. I'd be curious to see the percentage of people who bought either the deluxe edition of Dark Souls 3 or just later bought the DLC and like where they stopped playing at this point.
That's an interesting thing, right? Ooh. Because I feel like it might be that thing where like grad school has a really low dropout rate. And
that's kind of my
it's
point.
it's not because grad school is easier. It's because if you've gotten that far, it is extremely likely that you are committed. You are not the sort of person who is going to drop out. It might be like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have the hard numbers. There's an achievement for him, right? So it's probably pretty figure outable.
You know what? I do the split leaf greatsword.
Whoa, hey, dogs, chill out. Hold on. Hey, Pixel. Sorry. Hey, come on. Sorry about that. Other dogs exist, so the dogs have to go to dog jail. This will just take a sec. Sorry about that.
How dare you?
Minor dog apocalypse over here.
So in the spirit of trying spells I've never tried, I'm actually going to try Sacred Oath and see if that makes a difference.
What does Sacred Oath do?
It temporarily boosts attack and damage absorption.
Pixel Girl.
It's a very costly spell in terms of FP, and I can buff you guys too. So
Okay. Sounds worth trying. I mean, we got close-ish that time.
now I think about it, this might be what. Nope. Oops.
Okay. Here come the pretzels.
The pretzels. God, these demons are just so angry. Could they just be a little less angry, please?
More like demon without chill.
Yes. Ow. Ow. Okay, so the damage absorption is actually very noticeable. Oh, but I'm heavy now. What did I do?
It's like an iron flesh situation.
No. It's the spell didn't do that. I did something.
But if you didn't change your equipment, how's that possible?
No, I did. I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I'm dead.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Account for that. Oh, it's because I changed weapons. Okay, yeah, I know what I need to do. I know what must be done now.
Whoa.
While you guys battle, I'm going to go do some numbers testing.
What?
Wow, you do that perfectly.
I feel like the only thing we do, Lauren and I do around the house more than Skeletor is probably Zorak. Do a lot of Zorak in the house. Lauren is Lauren is very, very good with her voice, but she can't do Zorak. It's just like not in her register, and it torments her. She so wishes she could.
I feel like Zorak's one of those voices that would just be easy to do, but maybe I'm wrong.
In a standard dude register, it's not too tough, but it's pretty hard for a.
I ain't working in no lumberyard.
Well, what are you good at? Everything.
Everything.
Well, what do you like doing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You guys are doing all right.
Oh boy. Lava bending.
Now you're not doing so all right.
I mean, it's, it could definitely be worse. We finished Korra last night, speaking of lava bending.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
Thought it was pretty great. I completely understand what people don't like about it, but I thought it was delightful. I think Ian is right that Season 3 is the best and it ain't close, but I thought it was all pretty great. Adam says, hell yeah. Ooh, gee. Wow. Oh, just Meteora. All right.
I'm about to see this, aren't I? And there you go.
And away we go.
So it looks like a straight ahead buff is actually better.
Hello, cruel world.
Adam says we can blame me for distracting you.
I mean, I don't know that I needed to be distracted to bork that, but thank you, Adam. I accept your scapegoatage.
All right. So I think Lightning Blade is the right choice. Costs a little less, and it just gives me the damage buff, which is more important. But then, what else? Try a couple of things here. Let's see how this goes. There's a lot of different builds in this game that I've never messed with and a lot of spells. So we will see how this one turns out.
Not seeing Ben. Has he given up on us?
Let's see. No direct message.
There we go. Yeah, so you have or haven't seen Legend of Korra?
I have not yet.
Okay. So the feelings you have about it are more about, like, they're more from cultural osmosis than from...
Well, it's from being told what happens and from reading about it, yeah.
I feel like you could hear about what happens without seeing how it plays out and come to a very different conclusion.
Oh, absolutely.
Then,
yeah. And I mean, to be clear, I really only have an opinion on season 1 and that specific ending. I mean, the rest of it, I haven't really heard as much about.
I mean, it's a weird show because they clearly kept thinking they had to wrap it up,
Every time.
Yeah. Season 3, not so much. I think they knew they were getting a 4th season, and that shows. It's the only season that ends with, like, them talking about what might happen next, like,
Yeah.
now we have to deal with X problem. We've defeated Henry Rollins, but now what? I don't think that's a spoiler that the season 3 bad guy doesn't win in season 3.
I cannot see what's happening.
Yeah, this is
late.
madness.
Oh, whoa. I've never seen that attack. Fascinating.
Oh my god.
Don't die, please.
I'm working on it.
Don't do that.
Stop that.
Is he using Pestilent Mist? Oh, we buffed. That's right. Bosses do have different behaviors if you use buffs. I forgot about that.
Right.
That's hilarious. I totally spaced that. Because I think you guys were buffing, but since maybe all three of us did, it's just like... Because this is chaos, whatever's happening
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is insane.
I got toxic? Oh, shit.
Maybe the buff ain't worth it.
Where's my blooming moss club? Alright. Got rid of toxic. Which one is demon from below? I can't even tell.
Poison.
Okay. No, it's fire now.
Oh. Oh, you're right. Demon and Pain is the poison one. You're totally right.
I mean, they switch, so... Okay, there's one. Alright. Well, jeez Louise. Okay. This is insanity. You know what? I'm doing the buff. I don't care. Yeah. Get his face.
Did we
both do it? Oh my god, that was amazing.
That's
I think it registered both HPs.
That is absolutely stunning.
I'm so glad you got that on video. I've never seen that.
I wonder how frame perfect you have to be to do that. Not that we like coordinated it. It was just luck, but
Yeah, but I mean, maybe we discovered something.
Yeah.
Like the strat, the co-op strat. Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. Bountiful light. Refresh.
Adam's saying he loves Korra, and it was more successful than he expected it to be. But obviously, your mileage may vary. Yeah, I just
Oh god.
I'm a sucker for things that do interesting things with an established world, like move the timeline forward in an interesting way or backward in an interesting way. That mess with tone. It definitely does that.
I am dead.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it does that thing that I think a lot of people appreciate. Where I think I said this the last time we talked about it. That like it feels like it's pitched as much older as the original audience of the first series would probably be. You know.
Right.
So like people who were all for a tween-age adventure romp are now ostensibly interested in messy teenage drama.
And how?
Because the original Avatar really just has that one beach episode that I've heard referred to as Fire Nation Degrassi.
I think that's an apt title. All right, we're almost a quarter of the way there.
It's the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
Do we want a fourth Phantom just as the distraction?
I mean, maybe.
I love that you retrieved your souls for 0. Your mind was on that.
Proving a point. Oh boy.
I will say for fights like this, I do miss being a spell slinger.
Yeah, it's definitely good to have one in the group. Nope. Let's try with a fourth. And let's make it Gale just to screw with Adam. Because we're all miserable together now. Because you must not look away.
I watched the whole Obama episode again. Gosh, that episode is golden.
I haven't watched the Boondocks in a long time. I gotta do that. I bet the Obama episode holds up quite well.
My favorite phrase in that whole episode is African American Negro. As an African American Negro. Just, I feel like I'm positive that was a line Aaron Magruder wrote. It's just like, how many words can I cram to describe a black without saying black?
Right. Is the rebooted season of that out, or is that still to come?
I thought it was still in development. I don't know
Okay.
how much John Witherspoon's death affected
Yeah,
the
yeah.
production or not.
I would imagine a bit. Yeah, because it's just that classic. Like, what do? Do you write around it? Do you recast it? Like,
Exactly.
there's no good answer.
That dried finger always makes me think of the monkey's paw. Kind of functions like one too. Like,
Yeah, basically.
I wish I could have more people in my world. Granted, also invaders. What? Naughty. Gang's all here. All right, magic, lightning. I forget what kind of buff Ben has.
We got our bases pretty well covered, except for the not getting hit and burning to death part.
Yeah, I mean that's just tricky no matter how you slice it. I wonder if the lingering dragon caress ring is worth it here. It might be.
Make your buffs last longer. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it adds 15 seconds, which ain't nothing.
Oh,
my!
boy.
Wow! I just watched that happen to your body.
My controller disconnected. That one.
Yay, Bluetooth.
That was Bluetooth's fault.
One thing I'm sitting here thinking about in terms of having a spellcaster is we have Gale, who is a spellcaster, but do I bring in Christina Flux so that we can move on, or
This is your main you're speaking of.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. Let's try this one more time. By which
I
I'm...
mean, it would definitely be nice to finish this before we end the episode.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Go get your girl.
I feel like it's from your perspective, so it's not quite breaking the rules.
It's bending them, but that's fine.
We do have Uncle Ben with us.
Yeah. With his delicious rice bowls. Okay, I think my Bluetooth connection has re-solidified here. This thing was at 100% battery when we started, so I just don't know. I don't think that's the issue. I don't know.
Hey, man, Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. That's Bluetooth. That's so Bluetooth.
Danish developers quit. They do Bluetooth better than us.
They're the Bluetooth now.
I was sipping my water, you asshole. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, fourth season of Korra, to come back to Korra one more time, is clearly the one that, like, you can see so clearly where they wanted it to be gayer than it is.
They didn't have Rebecca Sugar at the helm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could make the argument that if there hadn't been a Korra, nobody would have greenlit, Steven Universe being as outwardly queer as it is.
Right.
That it was a step. Are you here?
I am here.
And I am here, but soon we will not be here.
This might be my favorite character.
In any Souls game?
I mean, this is my first character. She's been consistent, and I've, gone through other characters in other games, but Christina Flux has always been, as it were. Oh shit! I don't know if I. Oh well. we'll see how this goes. My Estus may not have been divided as well as it should be, but I think I'll be okay.
I never had an alt
This is
in
the
3.
weapon I'm using, by the way.
Oh God.
So it's a dagger, and then when you use its ability, it's a rapier.
Oh, that's that thing we found earlier. That rules.
Yep.
That animation is absurd. That's just like...
It's a great weapon. I really like it. It's everything you need it to be.
It slices. It dices. It makes...
Julian fries. Get out of my way, everyone.
Oh, for the... This is... Okay, bad start for me. Okay, we're fine. This is all fine.
All right. So I'm thinking maybe I should save my magic for the other one. These guys are not too bad.
No, they're fine. They're just some chill bros.
Just the chillest of bros. Oh, you want me, but you cannot have me. I'm Christina Vlogs. Oh yeah, feels right.
Oh, that damage over the time.
Is that you got caught in the pestilent mist?
No, I'm watching their health bars.
Oh, are you using it or is Ben using it?
Maybe it's Ben because it just feels good, man. Oh boy, I'm getting the Bluetooth warning. That's not all right. So far, so good. It's blinking red though. That's usually bad.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Christina Vlogs for the win. Come here, ugly.
Oh boy.
Oof. Big oof.
That's gonna be an oof from me, dog.
Oh yeah, Ben is using Pestilent Mist. Love that spell.
Good man.
But don't touch it because it'll also kill you.
Noted. That mist is very pestilent.
Yes.
It's not called mildly harmful mist.
All right, let's refresh here.
Gale just giving precisely 0 shits.
Yes. That is one of the fun things about him. Oh, that's fire. Oh.
Hey, dogs. No. Bad timing, dogs. Chill out.
No dogs, no.
Dogs.
Okay, dogs, but could we not, please?
What if we don't, dog?
Wow. Felt right. So that's going to be a lot of fire.
Just a sort of a fire sprinkler situation. That
Dang, Ben.
mist.
Ben with that mist. Yeah, that's one of my favorite spells. Oh, no.
Oh no. Ben MVP, which stands for Mist Very Potent.
Oh. Where are you
Pixel.
at?
Pixel. Don't do it. Just don't. It's like as simple as just don't.
But just don't, though.
Good girl. You're a very good girl. Ooh.
You didn't roll in time.
Hey, thanks for that tip. Yeah.
Hot tip. Roll on time. God, he just moves so much. Is he? Okay. That's the spell. That's fire! Oh, God.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
When I got up today, I was thinking, I would really like to not get fireballs in my face.
We all want things. Oh, what? Oh, I got
No,
exploded.
you're okay. Just be so careful. Are you out of Estus? What
I
are you
am.
doing?
Oh, I'm out of Estus.
Oh, no.
And I'm dead. So part of the issue was I'm bad at video games. Part of the issue, though, was that I was worried about my controller the whole time. So I'm going to quickly redo my setup for this last attempt so that I'm plugged in. No, you know what? It seems fine now. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, there's Nori.
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 Wondering.
Not seeing your sign yet.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at spells, but I think my loadout is good. I'm probably just going to lean on soul drags a lot. All right.
Should we not go with Gale? Should we try Lud? Or
We could.
or Lap?
I'd say it's up to you.
Delicious finger.
Alrighty.
Let's do this thing.
Do it.
We...
Oh. They're so briefly, like, right under us. I'm always convinced I'm going to be able to, like,
like plunge.
land on one.
Yeah. Jeez.
Do what must be done. Oh, this was the right sword.
Goodness.
Dark damage.
That dark damage, though.
Yeah, Dark was, I was late to the game with Dark, but I really like it. Wow.
It's going all right?
No respect for him. Oh, yes. Give me that face. Oh, he couldn't time it in time.
No. I think I was just in the wrong spot. My positioning was poor. Okay, goodbye.
Yes.
Goodbye.
This was the correct sword to bring.
What sword are you using?
It's the dark sword. It's so specifically dark. That's why the stats are such an investment. It's the Onyx Blade.
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
I love this sword. Look at this. Look what I'm doing to his body.
I didn't realize this was a Bloodborne playthrough. And that you had rolled full blood tinge. No, Dex. What governs counter and like riposte? I think it's Dex. The joke works. You know what the hell I mean.
Yeah. All right. Anyone need heals?
I mean, I got myself covered.
Okay.
Adam points out that there is also a boss fight that is both chaos themed and chaotic in Dark Souls 2, specifically the Crown of the Ivory King DLC, and he says that one's better. I think a lot of the internet would agree. Lucio, you have not seen that one yet. We have only messed around with the DLCs a little bit.
We'll get there.
We went to Ilium Lois briefly and found ourselves a little underleveled. Had fun, though. We'll probably finish up the main path, or at least get further on it before we go back to the DLC zones.
Ben putting in work with that spell.
Yeah, right?
Look out, by the way, Meteora.
Oh, yeah, thank you. This just briefly becomes an MMO. I mean, it's not an MMO, because there aren't 5 arbitrary spots where you have to stand or else die instantly. But...
Or ads.
Fucking ads. Ads are a cool way to admit that you designed a bad boss. If you just want to own up to that in your life.
You can do it in interesting ways.
Yeah, no, totally. Like, bespoke ads can be interesting. Like, crowd control is an interesting skill. But you're talking about that classic MMO thing of, like, in addition to fighting the guy you're fighting, here are the same mooks you were fighting on the way to the guy you're fighting.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm thinking of, oh, yes. Get his face. Oh, I couldn't do it. Like, in this game, I was thinking specifically of the cathedral. What are they called as a group, as a collective? The
congregation or whatever in Brightstone Cove, Sildora.
Soothing sunlight.
Yeah, because like you haven't seen the kneeling guys before, or the casters, really. I mean, like Dark Souls 2 has both kinds. I mean, like the skeleton lords toward the end, you just get like regular ass skeletons in there. But there are a bunch of bespoke skelly types before that.
Skeletons are pretty regular. I love that in fantasy games you can put the modifier regular ass in front of it. Yay!
We did it! Oh my god, we did it. Praise my bros. I'm tired.
Just lay down. That was a journey.
Twir, but it ended in success. Oh, I'm just impressed that we got that in one try.
Had to pull out my girl.
Yeah. Yeah, who was that character you played as? She seemed to like that doesn't exist in this reality. Where'd she come from?
Another time and another world. But the soul still burns.
We're getting applause from Adam also. Thank you. Thank you. I'll light that bonfire.
The bonfire.
Get that small envoy banner. And maybe that's where we call it for today? Is that what you were thinking?
That's absolutely where we call it for today.
Okay, I'm going back to the fire link. The fire link. We're gonna smoke the pot at the fire link. Give people that good dopamine release as I perhaps level.
Exactly.
Due to the Soul Calibur reference, Adam has rescinded his applause. Yeah, I'm just gonna give myself a little more vigor.
Do it.
I did it. Did it there, Jim. Okay. This has been good, then bad, and then eventually good again.
All the way around to good again.
Adam also, let the record show, Adam says that he is kidding. He likes Soul Calibur. I also like Soul Calibur. It's goddamn ridiculous. But I think that's pretty definitively a feature, not a bug.
Right.
Well, thank you as always for joining us on this odd journey of discussion and shoddy Bluetooth connectivity and analysis and dodgy Souls playing and just all that stuff. It's a shaggy story that you've joined us for, but I'm glad you've joined us for it. We're getting probably close-ish to the end-ish. I mean, like, how much other end-game stuff we want to do is yet to be determined, but I think we'll get through the Ring City and then we'll see where we're at, whether we mess with this some more, poke at some corners of the world, or whether we move on to a different game. So those of you who have joined us, thank you for joining us. Those who are watching in the future, hope the future is good. You want to do the honors, Luce?
We will see you next time, Ashen Ones, in a place far more confusing than your dreams.